go look at Ecotech Social, and I go to Settings, Integrations, OpenAI. You'll notice I have AutoGPT turned off because I am using, if I go over to General, Master Default Reply as my default reply. It's a flow that I created that when certain conditions or tags or keywords happen in my bot, it goes to different things. So, yes, I have a lot of yellow dots because I'm working on a lot of things today. Alright, here's my master default reply. And you see I have some tags in here. If somebody is tagged as being in the RV space, it goes to a different default reply. Same with microgreens and my business backpack. If it's not any of those, then it goes to my original default reply, which has an OpenAI block and all of my Ecotech Social business information in the prompt. Okay, and let's see what functions we have on this. We have the collect basic user data, connect user to a human, book appointments, and the AI lead gen capture, which I think is the one that gives my freebie away. Let's publish this before we leave so that it's good. Let's go look at those functions. Settings, integrations, OpenAI, and functions. Let's see what the AI lead gen capture looks like. Click edit, look in here. Yes, allows the user to gain access to download our AI automation. So I have this function written in here to get their user information before they can get the free download. And the flow that it triggers is my lead gen capture and delivery freebie. So I'll show you that. See, there's a lot of pieces to this, and I did a video on this one to show you how to set this up, where that information that I'm collecting in that function is going to go, well, first of all, it's tagging them that they downloaded my free guide. It's taking that information that it collected and putting it into Google Sheets. And you see this is what it's collecting in there and putting it in. This is the worksheet that it's going to. I can show you that. This is the worksheet for people that have signed up for the free guide. But this is where the data would go that function collects. It adds a tag, sends that data to the Google Sheets, comes up with this image. Once they've done that, then it opens this where they can download it from the button or download it right here in the bot. This will actually take them to an external tab with the PDF. And so once they download it, they are subscribed to a drip campaign, and that drip campaign is the AI lead magnet download, and I'll show you that in just a second. And then after 3 minutes, give them a chance to get the download, a thank you message pops up. So that is my lead gen capture and delivery of the AI automation freebie flow. So let's go show you that drip campaign. It's in marketing and drip campaigns. And you can add a new one here, or you can go check the ones that you already have. The first one is email number 1 is immediately once they download it. Email number 2 is after 1 minute, and email 3 is after 3 minutes. That's because I was testing. If I go look at these emails, each one of these emails is a flow. So again, let's go back to flows and look at those. And drip emails. Now I've got email number 1, 2, and 3. So if we look at 1, this one's just going to be sent immediately when they download the PDF, asking if they got the free guide. And it also has a button at the bottom where they can download that free guide. And you'll see it goes to a website, the link for the free guide. Okay. Now it's from my Gmail account to whatever email the system saved when it asked those questions. And it'll say first name again from what it collected in that function. And this, even though you see this like this is because it is a script that will put unsubscribe, which is required when you do emails or text, so that they can opt out. If we go back to look at email number 2, which I need to change the timing on. Oh, let me publish that. Just remember, whenever you're in here messing around with stuff, just get in the habit of publishing before you leave. That way you won't have any trouble with things not working because you didn't have them published. Okay, email number 2. One is, do you have any questions? You should have had time to read through this by now. And again, it'll put in the name and the email that it collected, so it knows where to send it. But this one, the button is going to book a call. I just hit the button to organize that. Put it in a nice, pretty little flow here. So this button I have set to start another flow. And that flow is my book button flow. And so if you want to see that, I can go to it to check it. And this is where they would book an appointment. That button goes to my calendar that I have set up in the bot. But you could send this out to Calendly or whatever you wanted if you so choose. I just am trying to do everything inside the bot as much as I can to keep people in here to take care of all of the needs and not send them out to third-party stuff and then try to get them back into the bot. So, but you'll notice there's a lot of pieces to this that have to be created. And just a disclaimer, there is more than one way to do all this stuff. This is just the way that I have done it. If you get in and do these things and play around, you'll find out which way works best for you. So what I want to do now, I want to go back to my drip campaign on those emails and change the timing. So let's go back to marketing, drip campaigns, because that's what we were looking at, was the lead magnet download drip campaign. There's 3 of those emails. One I want to do immediately. I'll do this one 4 hours later, or I could do 24 hours later, make it a day later. And then the one that I want to tell them that I'm having some kind of a, get it now or it's going to be gone forever promo or sale, I want that after 3 days. This is just a quick, simple example of a drip campaign, but you could make this, 7 or 8 emails if you wanted to. You could put your whole sales page in here and, pitch a sale to all of your products. You could offer coupons. You could do anything you want in these emails. They're all basically just a flow that you set up, and then decide when you want to send those out. And that'll happen automatically. So let's recap a little bit. I have my main bot. I have a default message where it can go to different things. So I'm not on auto GPT. Okay. I have some functions set up in my bot. One of those is the lead capture function. And we looked at that, how it does that. The other one I have is to book appointments. So that function, let's go in here and edit, allows the user to book an appointment during the hours listed on the calendar after providing their full name, email, and phone. Now that's probably too much. I could just put in there, allows the user to book an appointment, but it seems to be working okay. And it's going to be the date, email, phone, and their full name that gets collected. And the calendar that they're going to book on is my 30-minute free consultation. There is no flow that's triggered on this. Now, there is a book me flow that I created, but I'm not triggering that in this function, because the function itself will go ahead and book this because I have it in the business prompt. And then the message is going to be, thanks for booking, check your calendar for the appointment. Now, for this to work like this without starting a flow, we're going to go look at my main business prompt in the OpenAI, integrations, OpenAI, edit, and you'll see, let's see, important, knowledge base, examples. Okay, booking appointments. Here we go. If the user requests to book an appointment, then collect the user's full name, email address, and phone number before allowing them to book a date on the calendar. If the date they request is not available, offer the next closest available time slot. Do not allow the user to book an appointment without confirming the user's full name, email address, and phone number first. Use the function book appointment console. Okay, so it's using this function to book that appointment on the calendar. I don't need to have a flow open up. The reason I made the book appointment flow with the button is because I want to put that in my emails. And I don't necessarily want them to get a link to just go into the bot with a welcome message. I want them to go right to the calendar and book the appointment. So it'll come up and do that function. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of pieces to this, and you have to understand in your head, you have to understand the logic of the pieces. And that's where I'm saying my logic is not necessarily your logic. You have to figure out what it is that you want to accomplish, and then you go in and figure out how to get that done in the bot. Some things there are at least 10 different ways to do it in here. And that's what's cool about it. You figure out the logic that works for you. For me, sometimes I still have trouble not wanting to go back and build like I did in ManyChat and put the rule-based spaghetti flow, stuff. It can be done a lot easier in here. You just have to wrap your mind around it. And the more you get in here and work, the easier it is to wrap your mind around that, is what I've found. So hopefully that'll work for you too. And this is just one suggestion, one way of doing it. This works for me. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, take what I'm doing in here and take the pieces and go in and do them, and then the light bulb will go on for you to figure out, oh, I can actually do this way, and that makes more sense to me. Well, then do it that way. Okay? In my lead magnet video, I showed you how to set up the flow with the PDF in it and how to set up the function to call for the information and send it to Google Sheets. What I didn't show you was how to set up the drip campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And let's go set up those emails. So if I go to flows and go to drip emails, you'll see I have the 1, 2, 3 emails. So let's go ahead and start a new drip campaign. So we'll go to marketing, drip campaigns. You see that I have 2 here. We're going to add another one, and we'll do test campaign, just to show you how to set it up. And this is where you're going to pick the flow that you created for each email. So what we need to do is we need to go, let's hit save. We can change that when we come back. So we have that campaign set up. We need to go build the flows. So let's go into flows, and we'll do the same thing. We'll build 3 emails. You could do 5, you could do 7, you could do however many you want, and put anything in them that you want. But I'm going to go ahead and recreate the 3 that I have in my lead magnet, just because I have copy in those. So let's do that. So let's add a new one. We'll put test campaign number 1. And what you want to do is go down here and click on send email. It's going to be from my Gmail account to whatever email is captured in that function that you set up. And this is where you put in the subject and the header. All right. So the subject is going to be test campaign. And we don't need to put a pre-header. This is just a summary text. Okay, put our headline in. Hey, did you get the thing? And you could put an image here if you wanted to. I can insert an image that I have here. Or I could go to my main homepage and go to image links, which are things that I've uploaded, images that I've uploaded, and choose the link from one of those. But I'm going to go back and do insert an image, and then put my text here, and then I'll go get the text. I just put it in a notepad here. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, and then we can add a button here on the first one. So on this one, I want to put the download the guide that they asked for, or whatever. And it's going to open a link, and let's go get the link to that PDF. Or whatever it is that you're giving them. Okay. And you would put that in here, paste, and save. Alright, so that's email number 1 done. So name it 1. And then you could put a topic in here if you wanted to. And publish that. Now we need to make another flow for email number 2. So we're going to go to flows, add, test campaign 2. I think I capitalized the other one, but. And remember, you're not going to do the message. You're going to do the send email. Oh, and I didn't delete that and make it a starting step. I need to go switch that. So make this a starting step. Delete that. And the email comes from me, goes to whoever, whatever email they saved. And the subject is test campaign 2, and have any questions, or did you read it? You could put an image here if you wanted to. Again, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and put the text for the second one, and pop that in here. And then on this button, okay, this is where we wanted to book a call. So you're going to go in here. If you want them to book a call, you could have them call a number or do other things, but this is where you're going to start another flow. So if you want something else to happen, and then choose the flow that you wanted, and we'll do the book button, flow, so that it does that, and it publish it. Oh, got an error because I had an image in here and I didn't put anything in, so you got to make sure you take that out if you do that. Publish it, and then we'll go do one more flow for email number 3. Let's name this first. Test campaign. Best practices. Got to make sure you're doing things the right way, because when you get in here with 100 different pieces to something, having things named will definitely help you out. Alright, let's do that again. Sorry about that. Alright, now we'll go back to flows and we'll make number 3. Add. Test campaign 3. And again, we will go down here, send email, make this the starting step so that you can delete this. It won't let you delete it unless you change and make it something else the starting step. So now we're going to go in here and put the subject, test campaign 3, and don't miss it. And again, we'll put an image. Let's do this one for the membership. Let's do, instead of don't miss it, VIP membership. And we'll put the text in here. I'll just put sign up now for membership at a great price. And the button that we're going to put in here is going to be a link, but this time I'm going to put a link to a Stripe. Oh, let me add this first name stuff in here so it's a little better looking email. Instead of book an appointment, we will do sign up for the VIP program. And on the button, we're going to open a website, and this time I'm going to put a link to my Stripe link for a membership, so you can see how that works. So if you have something like that, you can put that in here, and I'll save that, and we'll publish. So now if we go back to the flows, we'll see test campaign 1, 2, and 3. And so now if I go to the drip campaign and go back there to the test campaign drip campaign that we made the 3 flows. Now we come back in here and choose them. Test campaign 1, after we'll do immediately, and then we'll do test 2. And we'll do that after 24 hours. And then we'll do number 3, test campaign 3, and we'll do that after 3 days. And you could continue on. You could do email number 4, 5, 6, which are basically flows 4, 5, 6. But go ahead and put this drip campaign, all the emails that are in the campaign, in here and save it. Now, once you have that set up and you have all of the flows done for your drip emails, you're going to go back to the flow that you made. Now, I made that flow to deliver my lead magnet, and I'm not going to mess with that one because I already have it set up on a drip campaign and I don't want to mess it up. But I'll show you how to build just a generic flow so that you can subscribe to a drip campaign in it. So this is the one I made, where we added the tag, captured the data, put it in Google Sheets, had the image and the link to download the PDF after they had given the user information. And that's done through the function in the OpenAI prompt. Now that we have the drip campaign emails created, the flows, and we have the actual drip campaign set up, now let's go and add that to your lead magnet flow that you created. And that's what I showed you in the other video. So I'm going to just duplicate that flow. Let's duplicate this. And I will rename it so we know what it is. Test campaign. Alright, so in that flow, you have that flow created for your lead magnet giveaway that we talked about. When you come in here, you have the image, the text, and the link to the button here that they click, and it will send a flow to collect the leads. It'll ask them their information. Once that is done, what you're going to do is you're going to connect, add content, actions, and subscribe to a drip campaign. And that drip campaign is test campaign. That's the one we just made. And I always want to rename them over there. Okay, so now if I publish this, it should put the user information into our Google Sheet and set us up on the drip campaign. And so get the published link for the web chat. Got it. Open up a new tab. Paste. It should ask us for information. Are you looking for the guide? Yes. Give me your phone number. Mary Lamb at yahoo.com. Actually, let me put my email address in so I can show you that it's sent it. And phone number. Okay, and now it should come up and give us our download. Okay, we got it. So whatever you're giving them, they get this. And if we look at the inbox, it didn't pick up the name, and that's probably because of how many times I've tested things. It thinks I'm already a user in here, but it did subscribe to the drip campaign, the test campaign there, and let's go check the spreadsheet. It put Mary Lamb in there with the information. So it did all of that, and it started the drip campaign. Now let's go check email, and there's the email. Did you get your guide? And it's got the link for me to download the guide in case I didn't get it. And then 24 hours, I'll get the next email, and in 3 days, I'll get the third email. And that is how you put a drip campaign attached to your lead gen giveaway, your freebie. And if you want to know how to do that lead magnet flow, I'll put the link to the video at the end of this one, so you guys can go watch that if you need to. And if you have any questions, as always, send me a message, and I'll see you in the next one.